so everybody knows it's being recorded. So we're glad everyone is here tonight. Let's see, Tab says it's not working for her now either.
I'm going to try it again, like the password and it should work now.
Yeah. Well, we're here tonight because it is back to germ season. I guess when we all know that kids are going back to school, that means that fall is officially on its way. I am hanging on to summer for dear life, but even I have to admit the other day it was in the 50s in the morning and it's coming. Whatever. But along with kids being back to school in whatever form, I mean, there's some that are homeschooled and distance learning, and others that are in school. It's really the time of year we're more talking about, which means that cold and flu season are on their way. And with 2020 being what it is, I can't even imagine what it's going to be like. Virtual learning can die, Sophie says. So we're going to be talking tonight about our immune system and how to support it, because we're always about staying above the wellness line, and that is so important, and staying ahead of it. And we don't really want to stress out about this because stress actually lowers our immune system. So we want to make sure that we're able to relax and know that we have an arsenal at hand. So let's just figure out who here has kids that have gone back to school. Not quite yet. You've got a kid that's gone back to school, Joyce. Crystal's giving us a thumbs up. Very good. She's even showing us. So we have reactions on here.
Joyce, I'm not sure you really count, but okay.
She went back to school. She's a teacher.
A teacher.
Yeah, she counts.
And who is homeschooling? Is anybody on here homeschooling? Kind of, sort of, distance learning is the other way we might look at that. How about anybody on here that doesn't have children, let's say school-age children that are in the home, but still wants to care about our wellness, supporting our wellness? Okay, that's everybody else. All right, well, you are at the right class. So right now, I'm gonna turn it over to Hannah, and she's gonna start us off with the way we need to be thinking about this.
So Peggy just mentioned something that we refer to as like the wellness line. And that might be terminology that's foreign to you. So I'll kind of explain that. And that kind of goes along with what I'm talking about, which is the difference between being proactive versus reactive. So you have this line where if you're above that wellness line, then you're doing things to support your body. You're eating healthy foods, you're drinking water, you're using oils, you're doing different things to support your body and keep you like at your optimal, like living my best life kind of way. If you dip below that wellness line, that's when you're getting sick. That's when you're susceptible to things. You're just you're being reactive to things rather than proactive. So proactive means that we're supporting our immune system. We're doing things on a daily basis to support our wellness. We have necessary tools on hand to thrive. And we know what helps us when we're feeling low, and we have those things on hand. So it's just being very prepared. We know fall and we know winter is a germy season. We know that that's when we're really susceptible to getting sick. So since we know that, how can we prepare ahead of time? The flip side of that, which is where you'll drop below that wellness line, you will be more susceptible to getting sick and things like that, is the reactive. It's only thinking about your immune system when it's compromised. It's scrambling to buy and order stuff. Like you're already sick and you're going to the store to get your over-the-counter cough medicine and your chicken noodle soup and all your stuff, and you feel like crap, and nobody wants you at the grocery store right now because you're sick, but you're scrambling because you're like, oh, I can't be sick. I'm saying this all from personal experience because that used to be my life. And it's not knowing what helps you feel better and thrive. It's just kind of like flying blind. And Peggy made a point that stress makes us like weaker, makes our immune system weaker. So if you're having this kind of flying by the seat of your pants kind of mentality about being sick, that's going to stress you out more that you're sick, and that's going to make you sick longer. So being prepared is really going to help you out a lot this fall. And we're going to talk about what that looks like. So Peggy is going to start us off with gut health.
I never thought about gut health when I thought about my immune system, but we now know, or what I'm beginning to learn, is that 70% of our immune system is in our gut. And so what do I mean by our gut? The entire gastrointestinal tract starts with your mouth and ends at the place things come out. And it's everything in between. But it also includes organs like our liver and our kidneys, but obviously our stomach, obviously our intestines, and all of that is part of our gastrointestinal tract and system. So we need to be thinking in all the ways about that. So 70% of our immune system is in our gut. So how important is it that our gut health, and you've been hearing about that, your gut health is important. Did you realize that there is more communication from your gut to your brain than there is from your brain to your gut? A lot more, like times more, many, many times more. We actually call our gut our second brain. So we know our brain is important, and we know that a healthy brain is important. So guess what? Our gut is extremely important. So we have some things that are just the first thing that comes to mind when I think of gut is probiotics. We have a pre and probiotic with Young Living for children, specifically for children, called Mighty Pro. Comes in these wonderful little packets. You just tear off the end and pour it on their tongue, and it tastes like a pixie stick. One of these a day for a child is a daily dose. 2 of these for adults a day is adult dose. And I love these, and I'm glad I have some because we're about to go on a trip, and I can take these on the trip with me because they don't have to be refrigerated. We do have an adult probiotic called Life 9. Life 9 does need to be refrigerated once you open it, so this is less convenient on a trip, but one a day. You could take more than one a day, but I tend to take this at night before I go to bed because that just gives an empty stomach and my body that much more overnight to assimilate that into my system. Another great oil we have is called Digize. We also have this in our Vitality line, so we know we can take it internally. But Digize is all things digestion. There you go, Vitality, which is the white label. And that's the 5 milliliter also, while this is the 15 milliliter. This one is a blend formulated for our digestive system. You can take it internally. You can just rub it directly on your stomach area if your stomach is upset, or you need to go, or you need to stop. You can either one. It works, and your body is great at adapting to that and using it the way it's needed. So all things Digize, all things digestion. And now Hannah is going to start talking to us about emotions and stress.
Yes, and like Peggy was saying, we have a huge tie to our immune system, our brain, and our gut. Not only does our gut house the majority of our immune system, but also 90% of our body's serotonin, which is the happy hormone, is created in our gut. So if we have an unhealthy gut, then we probably are unhealthy emotionally or feel off balance or something like that. So, and that can make us more stressed out. That can make us more depressed. You think about sugar is really, really bad for our gut. So tasty, but it's really bad for our gut. It's really bad for our immune system. And so during the holidays, we're eating sugar literally from October through January. We're eating insane amounts of sugar. And that's also the season where seasonal depression comes in, and people are really struggling. And so there's correlations between these things. And I'm not saying like give up all your cookies and all your things, just support your bodies, do those things in moderation, because there is a point that's too much. But at the same time, you can do things that are going to help support your body during that time as well, to kind of balance things out. So we talked about already a little bit, stress weakens your immune system. So it leaves you vulnerable. It's almost like taking your guard down when you're stressed out. And so you are leaving yourself vulnerable and susceptible to germs, viruses, whatever is going around, you're probably going to get it if you're stressed out. So there's lots of oils that you can use to help support your emotions. But like we were saying, gut health is really important. So if you're starting with that, that's really going to help. And then using oils as well. So I have several that are like my favorites. My absolute favorite is Valor. And this one comes in our premium starter kit. A lot of the oils that we're talking about tonight come in our premium starter kit. It's just a really great place to get started and kind of cover all of your bases. Valor for me, I leave on my bedside table in case I wake up feeling anxious or something like that. And I use it pretty much like throughout the day. It's also a really good one for sleep, which Peggy's going to talk about sleep in a minute. We also have lavender, which there's so many studies that have shown like how lavender helps like lower your blood pressure if you're like racing. Citrus oils are also really good for that. So lemon or citrus fresh, these are good oils if you feel like stuck. That's something that I felt a lot during quarantine. It's just kind of stuck in where we're at right now and not feeling like I really have control. And these kinds of oils really help me deal with those kinds of emotions. We also have Stress Away, which is like enough said. And it smells like an island paradise. So that's a really great oil. And then we have Peace and Calming. So this one I love when I'm driving. It's a really good one if I'm stuck in traffic. And then also this is a really good one that a lot of mamas use for their kiddos as well to help with tantrums. I'm sure it would work with adult tantrums as well. But so those are some oils that you can use. Other things, I mean, just thinking of natural things that you can do, taking a walk, getting outside, that really helps me. Getting outside barefoot. Obviously, that's going to be harder once it gets colder, but having a gratitude journal, just having things in place to take care of our mental health as much as our physical health, because it's all really connected. So we got to take care of all of the parts that we are. Okay, so Peggy's going to talk about sleep now.
I know that everybody has heard about the importance of sleep, but can anybody be honest here and tell me that you consistently make sure that you allow yourself 8 good hours of sleep at night? Very good. I'm glad to see that there are some. I'm pretty good about it, but I can't say that I'm absolutely consistent about it every night. But I also, because of where I am in this world in life, I don't necessarily have to have a wake up time. But I do start out my day fairly early, and you get in that habit of waking up at a certain time. So if you keep yourself up late, you're probably going to wake up the next day. But our immune system does a lot of work during our sleep. Rest is extremely important. Just shutting your brain down and allowing your body to have that time of rest is extremely important. But sometimes rest is hard, or that sleep is hard to come by. We do have, with Young Living, a supplement called Sleep Essence. It has various things in it, including some melatonin, which is very good for natural. It's a natural substance, and it's really good for sleep. I would not suggest you take that if you're not ready to go to sleep, because it can just about knock you out. But it's a great one to have on hand. We also have a new product called Unwind, and it's really a lot like the probiotic I told you about earlier. It's in a sleeve, and it's a powder. It is a very fine powder, so I would suggest you kind of take a deep breath before you put it in so you don't inhale it. Start choking. But it tastes a little bit like chewing bubble gum kind of flavor, and it's specifically for children, but adults can take it as well. Again, I might double up on it. It's got this. What I love about Unwind is when they formulated this, it doesn't have a sleep aid in it. This is formulated to shut your mind down. And we all have those racing thoughts in those times. So it's got L-theanine in it, for instance, and it's got magnesium in it. And magnesium is excellent for us. So magnesium we can get by a supplement. We could get it in Unwind, for instance, but we could also get it through Epsom salt baths. They have both magnesium and selenium in them. Selenium, again, is really great for your gut health as well. So magnesium is something that almost every person, every adult is deficient in, to the extent like some are extremely deficient. For instance, and this doesn't have to do with sleep, but if you have a tendency to get headaches, you might be deficient in magnesium. So these are great things that you can use magnesium for. We do have some oils that we could talk about, like Sleepy Eyes, which is in our, thought I had it here. Sleepy Eyes is in our Kids Sense line. If somebody's got it, they can show it. Anyway, we've got a Kids Sense line. I thought I had Sleepy Eyes right here, but I don't. And so you could use that. It is great for children, but all of the children's oils are great for adults as well. Lavender, which is our Swiss Army knife, everybody knows, like if you've ever had a linen spray, it probably had lavender in it. If you had linen sachets, it had lavender in it. Lavender is just really good for calming and relaxing. So it would be a great one. Plus, lavender has a tendency to mimic melatonin in our bodies. So like I was saying, melatonin is in the Unwind. Lavender does a very similar effect in our bodies. Stress Away that Hannah talked about earlier is really, really good. Stress Away and lavender together, for instance, are a great blend for sleep. Peace and calming. Just think about it. You're just peacing out and calming down as you go to sleep. We also have a seedlings line of products, which is babies, and this one's called Seedlings Calm. So you can imagine it would be great for all things sleep, for babies and for adults. We have another one called Release, and Release is in the Feelings Kit, but Release has that tendency to aid and help us just kind of let go of those thoughts, let go of those emotions, let go of those things that we just need to, again, just shut our brains down so we can go to sleep. So Release is a great oil to aid with that. So we have more. There's tons of ideas out there like cedarwood and others that we can use in our sleep blends, but this is a really good sampling, and a lot of these are in our premium starter kit, as Hannah was talking about earlier. But we have our toolbox, and we can get you going on that and customize things. Like there's blends for night terrors, for instance, for children. So we can help with sleep. But now Hannah is going to talk about just kind of like other things. Let's just talk about all things that just anyone can do that are going to help us with our immune system.
Yeah, so these are the things that's like, it's big picture. It's all the little habits that we make. And I'm not saying that y'all are going to go from this and you're going to do all of this, because that would be super overwhelming. But like, if you start implementing some of these things little by little, you're going to have a really big impact. It's going to make a really big impact on your wellness this fall and throughout the year. So one of the things, and several of these are going to be like, duh, but maybe you just need to be reminded of this so that you actually do it. So drink more water. Water, I mean, it's just so good for us. Anytime I feel tired, I drink a big cup of water, because a lot of the times, like, our brain is like a sponge, and a dry sponge is just like shriveled up and like, but if you give it water, you know it. So if we give our brains water, we're not going to feel maybe as tired. Or if you are prone to headaches, maybe even, if I get a headache, the first thing I do is I drink a big cup of water, because sometimes it could just mean that I need to drink more water. So drinking water, getting moving, so moving your body, that's going to be really great just to keep the blood flowing through your body. We all know that that's great for, just staying fit. And then also like the emotional aspect of it. I started working out with a workout program that I really loved last year. And the biggest reason why I did it was because of like stress and feeling like emotionally down. And working out has really helped me with that. So, which once again helps boost our immune system because we're not stressed out. Making elderberry syrup or buying some locally made with like local honey. Elderberry syrup is so great for supporting your immune system. It's also really good for your gut as well. And then I've already mentioned this, but cutting the sugar. It's not like completely going away from that. Like if you have certain treats you love around the holidays, enjoy those things, but like still thinking and being more mindful about what you're eating and what you're putting into your body to fuel yourself with. And the last thing I would recommend too, as like a personal thing, is I go to the chiropractor all year long, but I definitely notice like in the fall time, it is just something that is really, really good for supporting my immune system and like my overall wellness and just how I feel. And I'll add like an extra appointment or something like that in the fall. So now Peggy is going to talk about other supplements that you can take to help support your body this fall.
Obviously, supporting your body overall and in all the ways is what's going to help with your immune system, because it's all connected. So, and we're made up of mind, body, and spirit. So we've got to look at all those aspects. We've talked about the emotional side. Certainly, I would think that if you were having your spiritual practices as well, but we're going to focus on our body. one of our top things that we love to talk about because we all love it is Ningxia Red. Ningxia Red comes in packets and it comes in bottles. And honest to goodness, I wish I had enough that I could just drink this all the time. I drink at least 1 or 2 of these a day. That is the recommended dosage for adults. 2 ounces is 1 serving. You can pour it out of the bottle, like into a shot glass. It is a whole fruit. It is a puree because they wanted to get all the aspects and all the benefits of the Ningxia. You've probably heard of the goji. Goji berry and Ningxia, the wolfberry, are kind of synonymous terms. But the wolfberry is from China. But I had read something recently where I saw a company that was also offering wolfberries from China. And I thought, oh, well, you know, we have wolfberries. But unless those wolfberries are from the Ningxia region of China, they're not as impactive and they're not as powerful as the ones from the Ningxia region. And that's because of the Yellow River that supplies them with some nutrient dense minerals, and the ground is just pristine and wonderful. The people in the area surrounding in the Ningxia region have a much higher mortality rate. They live much longer than most people. This has 30,000 on the ORAC scale, where blueberries have 3,000. We all know blueberries are great for antioxidants. This is 10 times better. Amazing. You would have to eat just like a table full of fruit to be the equivalent of 1 2-ounce serving of Ningxia Red. Can't say enough about it. It's great. It's great for everything that has to do with your body. So that's going to help support your immune system. We also have a supplement that I don't have, but it's called Inner Defense, because I don't have it because I've used it and I need to order more. And it's a little gel cap, and it has some great essential oils and all in it. It's similar. Sometimes I will make my own in a veggie cap with certain oils to just have that immune support. It's great to have on hand. I don't necessarily take Inner Defense like daily, but if I feel like I've been exposed to something, if I feel like my risk is higher, maybe I'm feeling a little run down, I will start taking Inner Defense at the first sign of anything or even the thought, and I'll take it 1 to 3 times a day and just really get that in my system. And it's just a lot of the immune support blends. Obviously, we all need vitamin C, and Young Living has Super C. We have chewables and we have tablets. I think the chewables are the ones that are in stock right now. So your body can only absorb so much vitamin C in an hour. So if so like taking too much is not necessarily going to hurt you, but it might be overkill. So you need to space it out over the course of the day. And also, our body has no way of manufacturing vitamin C. We have to take it in. So it's really important to keep this. You've heard all the reports. Everything is talking about vitamin C as one of the things that we're going to use to support our systems. We also have a brand new supplement from Young Living called Super Vitamin D. You take 2 of these and in your mouth, let them sit for about 10 seconds and then chew them up and they actually taste really good. But vitamin D, especially in the wintertime when the days grow shorter and we're not outside as much. And so like right now, I've got a really nice tan because I've been outside, and I actually find that I have to like go off of vitamin D in the summer because I get so much sunshine. That's an individual thing, but everybody needs otherwise to be on vitamin D. And then if you find yourself getting run down or sick, up your vitamin D for a certain period of time. We also have, those are the supplements that I would recommend for just additional to what we were talking about before to support your immune system. Now, Hannah gets to talk about one of our best lines out there in Young Living.
So this is Thieves. A lot of people have heard of Thieves. Even if you've never even heard of Young Living, people have heard of Thieves. And it's just a really, really great immune supporting essential oil blend. But what's really cool about it is Young Living's made a whole line of products as well that have this oil, which means when you wash your hands, when you do your laundry, whatever you use, you're getting the benefits of that oil as well. So this smells like Christmas, which is really, really nice for the fall time. Cinnamon and clove and lemon. And so it's just a really great oil to diffuse. It's a really great oil we have a vitality version. So the other day I made some Thieves Tea because I just felt like a little bit of a tickle in my throat. So I did a couple drops of Thieves essential oil, a couple drops of lemon, a little bit of local honey, and just some hot water and stirred it up. And I sipped on that all day just because I felt like I had a little something coming on. And I'll do that, and it's a really good, it tastes super yummy, and it's really just a good proactive at the first sign of anything. So that's our Thieves oil. We also have Thieves cough drops, which I realized I'm out of, so I'll be getting those this month because I cannot be out of those during the fall. I used to be the kid that like would pop cough drops like they were candy, and my mom had to tell me like it's medicine. But with these, and part of it was just because they just didn't really work, and so I always had to be sucking on one in order for my throat to feel relief. These cough drops are so effective. They taste really good, so you'll want to pop them like candy, but you won't have to. So they're really good. The next thing that I really like, it's one of our newer products, is our Thieves Chest Rub. So this is really nice because you can get away from other chest rubs that are full of grody ingredients and use this one. I really like it because it's got like a applicator where you don't have to like put your hands. I'm like weird about things on my hands, so I like that. It smells so good. And what's really cool about this product too is that it is an over-the-counter product, so it has drug facts. So like we can make claims that this helps relieve stuffiness, cough, congestion due to minor throat and bronchial irritation associated with a common cold. So like it's legitimately been proven that it does that. So it's a good one to have on hand if you're feeling under the weather. Besides that, we've got Thieves hand sanitizer and spray, which are good things to take on the go. Everybody's been taking hand sanitizer everywhere. I love this because it doesn't leave my hands dry and it doesn't leave my hands sticky, and it smells really good, and it doesn't have any junky ingredients in it. We've got, and like I said, we have a small spray as well, which is really nice for taking to spray on like grocery cart handles or doorknobs, whatever is germy, you can spray it on. We also have the Thieves Cleaner, which is probably like my favorite Thieves product, this or the hand soap. This is really nice because you use one capful to make a spray bottle, and you can spray it literally and clean everything in your house, which is really nice. So it's just a really good cleaner because fun fact about a lot of like conventional cleaners is they have ingredients in them that are bad for our respiratory system. So we're breathing them in, and then we're wondering why we have coughs or we feel stuffed up. And there also are ingredients in them that will weaken our immune system. So we want to make sure we're cleaning our house with something that not only isn't causing those problems, but this has essential oils in it that are supporting our immune system and helping us. So it's just a really good cleaner to use. So those are our Thieves products. That's just a sampling. Like I said, we have all kinds of home products for Thieves, which is really awesome. But now Peggy's going to talk about kiddos real fast.
We do have a line of oils. I mentioned one of them earlier, and these are called Kids Scents. So, you know, I kind of like the play on the words, but there's Sleepy Eyes. I'm sorry, this is Snifflies. There's Sleepy Eyes that we talked about earlier, Tummy Jize, Owie, and Genius. And Genius is great for focus for kids. All of these are ready-made, already diluted, so that they can be used for children, like 6 and over, I think is what they're recommended. If you want to use them for a child younger, you could just further dilute them, test them on a small area, and as a parent, you can make the decision to try that out. But they're such a great set that really impact so much of a child's life. And so they're going to get the tummy support, they're going to get the sleep, they're going to get the sniffle, the breathing, they're going to get focus and all of it. And an owie, like if they get they fall down and skin their knee or whatever, you can put that on and, you know, they're going to feel better. So we do have those available. More information can come, but we're going to move to other oils for supporting your wellness.
Yes, and like we've talked about gut health, we talked about Digize, we've talked about Thieves. Those are oils that come in the starter kit, so I really recommend if you're not a Young Living member, this is a really great place to get started because you're going to get a lot of these oils that are going to support your emotions, going to help you sleep, they're going to help your gut, they're going to help all these things, which overall is going to help with your wellness this fall. So besides the ones we've talked about, we've got lemon. Lemon's really great in your water. It's really great for just like helping cleanse things. We also have frankincense. Frankincense is an oil that's really good for supporting your immune system as well. It's also a really great one to help you feel like grounded, and it's good for your skin. Then we've got Raven, which Raven is a great one for helping you breathe. So I love putting that one on my chest if I feel congested or even before working out. I also love dropping a couple drops on like a washcloth in the shower, and it turns your shower into a giant diffuser. So if I wake up stuffy, I always do that. Then we've got Panaway. Panaway is good for joints and muscles. And this is one that I really like to do in Epsom salt baths, which like we were talking about, that's, really great for helping support your wellness. And sometimes you can just feel like really physically fatigued, and that can really either affect you mentally, which is once again, gonna affect you physically. So it's just a really great oil that helps like take the load off. Then we've got peppermint. Peppermint's another great one for your gut. And then a couple other oils, any of the oils that make you think of like Italian food. So like basil, oregano, thyme. I've got rosemary here. All those types of oils have really great properties to them that are good for supporting your immune system. So you will smell like an Italian restaurant. You will smell like a pizza, but they'll be really great for supporting your immune system. And I really like to put those oils on the bottoms of my feet. That way I don't totally smell like a pizza, but getting them on my body every day to help keep my immune system strong. So Peggy's going to talk about, if you're not a member, how you can get started, and then I'll wrap us up in just a minute.
So if you're on here or listening later and you are not yet a member, you need to contact the person who put you in this group or shared this video with you so that you can get started. The oils kit that Hannah was just showing has 12 oils, and it has a diffuser. It has samples of the Ningxia Red. It also has the hand purifier and sanitizer, and it's also got the Thieves spray. So it's a really great wellness toolbox. I mean, we've already talked earlier about many of the oils in it that do support mind, body, and spirit. So it's put together on purpose for that reason, and it's deeply discounted. It's well over $400 in retail value for only $165. Plus you get your team, you get the person who's enrolled you. We're going to make sure you have the resources you need so you know what you're doing, and we're going to hold your hand as much as you possibly need. But we also have another starter kit called the Thieves Kit, and a lot of those products that Hannah talked about a minute ago, the Thieves oil, the Thieves hand sanitizer, the Thieves household cleaner, the hand soap, toothpaste, there's a whole bunch. There's actually 2 of the household cleaners in it. It's a really great setup, and that's what, 135 now.
125.
Is it 125? Okay, great. It's even better. And then you've got the Ningxia Kit, which gives you 2 bottles of Ningxia and then a whole 30 of these in any of those 3 ways are ways that once you get that kit, you have all of that amazing product deeply discounted, and you are a member from that point forward. You're a member you get 24% off of everything from that point forward. We can help you get started on our monthly ordering program, which is a great way to get rewards and extras and promos and we just keep on going. There's one more kit that we could mention, which is the CBD kit. We haven't really mentioned CBD tonight, but CBD would be great also in your arsenal because it gives us homeostasis, meaning it gives us balance. So it can help balance our gut. It can help balance our emotions. It can help give us, like if you happen to be in pain and you do something that helps relieve pain just like takes a lot of energy out of your body and a lot of focus, and that can lower your immune response as well. So all of these are great ways for you to be equipped. Any of these are great ways, and all of this is available to you even after you become a member. So Hannah's now going to tell you all the ways that if you already are a member, the great things that are available to you as a member that we're going to recommend.
So I personally got started with oils, but I knew that I wanted these other things. I wanted Thieves Cleaner. I wanted Ningxia. And so we have what's called the ER kits, which are essential rewards only, so you can get them on your monthly order. But they are also, like our premium starter kits for new members, they are like drastically reduced in price. So the Thieves ER Kit, what's nice about it is you can switch and ditch a lot of things in your house. You can get your Thieves Cleaner and your hand soap and your things like that all in one bundle. Click one button, have it delivered to your house, and you have all the tools you need for around your house that we've been talking about. We also have the Ningxia ER Kit, which is how I order Ningxia. So it's enough Ningxia for us to have, the two of us, for a month and a half. So I order it every other month and I have enough. And it's way cheaper. It's the best bang for your buck for getting Ningxia. You get the packets, which I love the packets for when I'm working out or like when I'm trying to take them with me on the go. And you get the bottles. So I like it. It's a little bit of all the best stuff. So if you're wanting to drink Ningxia every month, that is just a really great value to get. So anyway, we're going to open it up to some questions now. If anybody has any specific questions about anything we talked about, and we will stare you down until we get at least a couple questions. So, oh, Amanda has a question.
I don't know if I'm supposed to raise my hand. How much is that Ningxia kit that you're talking about for the monthly reward thing?
The monthly rewards one, so that's the one for when you're already a member. It's $194.
And you get two bottles and 30 packets?
So that, the one you're talking about is the one for new members. That is $135.
Okay, so how much do you get for the 194?
So the 194, I get four bottles. It's 4 bottles, right? 4 bottles and 30 packets. Yes.
Okay.
4 bottles and 30 packets.
Okay.
So it's enough for me and Deanna for a month and a half.
Okay.
Which makes it like really, really doable. And the nice thing about, so our reward system, you get a percentage back on your orders. So what's really nice about that is I'll save up all my points. So like the beginning of summer, I redeemed all these points and got 6 bottles of Ningxia for free. So I didn't have to buy my Ningxia for like another month and a half. So it's really nice. Like it helps make it really like affordable. And when you break it down, Ningxia's like $2 a day to drink, which to me, I mean, I used to be like a Starbucks person. I spend less money doing Ningxia, and I enjoy coffee, but I just don't really like need it as much anymore because I get a lot of that energy and stuff, and it's very like sustainable energy from drinking Ningxia every day. So good question though. Anybody else have questions?
I don't have a question, but I was just going to promote the essential rewards because I am about to claim my free Ningxia as well. So, woohoo!
As Hannah says, free Ningxia tastes better.
Yep.
I had a friend make a graphic for me that said that because I said it to her and she sent it to me and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm making that the screensaver on my phone. Like free Ningxia tastes so good.
Well, and what Chelsea's talking about is on the Essential Reward Program, every time you order, you get a percentage back in points. And those points can add up. You can redeem them right away in the next order, or you can let them add up and get free product. And so she can order a lot of Ningxia and get it all for free, which is, and it's no, you would have ordered that stuff anyway on your Essential Rewards. This is just bank. This is just awesome. I love placing, I mean, I just placed an order, I'm trying to think, it was like over 200 PV, and all of it's free.
Yeah, I got a bunch of points burning a hole in my pocket. Might have to get some free Ningxia. All you camera-less people, I'm sure you have some questions. So we can't really stare you down, but we are staring you down.
We just don't get the eye contact. You know, you made the point about even, like Sophie's just saying, even if you drink 2 Ningxias a day, that's cheaper than Starbucks. And whether it's Starbucks or wherever you're getting your specialty coffee, it's not just the difference, like let's just say equivalent price, or you're replacing one price for the other, but you're really damaging your health by drinking all that, especially if you get one of those specialty that has all the junk in it, as Hannah's mentioned, the sugar also. Whereas with Ningxia, I just keep thinking of all the things sometimes we talk about that take away, like if we're stopping using a toxic product to clean and we use a better product that's not toxic to clean, that's great. But that's just taking away. That's taking something bad out. But when we use our Thieves Household Cleaner, we're adding something back. It doesn't just smell good, and it does. It actually is healthy and beneficial for us. It helps aid our immune system. So again, with Ningxia, you're not just replacing price-wise something else that gives you energy, like Hannah was saying, and you don't seem to need the other, but we're also we're adding so much health benefit in by drinking the Ningxia. Yes, the Life 9, it will start breaking down. These are live cultures, and so you need to keep them in the refrigerator just to slow that. So once you open it, because when it's closed, it's sealed, but once you open it, you need to keep it in the refrigerator.
I definitely did not know that until like I probably have been taking Life 9 for like 3 months. And I flipped the bottle around and it says refrigerate. And I'm like,
you know, another one that says refrigerators is mineral essence.
oh.
Do you know another one? Is the hydrosol.
The sandalwood hydrosol?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not keeping that in the fridge. I use that every day. I need it in my bathroom.
I know, but it feels really good coming out of the refrigerator.
That is the one thing I will say about Life 9 being in the fridge is you got to leave a little note on your fridge to remind you to take it, because I don't, like, when I first started storing it in the fridge, I never thought about it.
Yeah. It has to become part of your routine.
Yeah.
Sophie is also saying the CBD oil, and she's right. Once you open the CBD oil, you need to keep that in your refrigerator as well. You just have to think a lot of the stuff that we have is so natural with no preservatives. And just like anything else that's natural with no preservative, like if you buy organic fruit as opposed to fruit that's been sprayed with a whole bunch of stuff, it's probably going to go bad on you faster. Although our Thieves fruit and veggie soak helps that tremendously, slow that down. It takes, it just helps. It's amazing how long that it can last once you soak it in that. But anyway, it's a good thing. We just have to keep in mind that they do need to be refrigerated.
Do you have to keep the Ningxia refrigerated?
I'd say if you open the bottle, yes.
Yeah, if you open the
If
bottle.
you had the packets, no, but you're going to want it cold.
It doesn't taste as good. The first time I ever tried Ningxia, because you get 2 packets in your kit, I tried it hot and I was like, what is this stuff?
Yeah.
And to me, I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. And I love Ningxia. So don't drink it hot. Like, you're not going to like it as much.
Now, I like putting it, I make my own lemonade and I put ice in it. So if this was warm, it wouldn't matter because I'm putting it over ice. If I were making, we have a drink called Zing, which is a carbonated drink that has a little bit of essential oils in it. And it's in the Ningxia line. But I like to put Zing and our Ningxia, and then our Nitro, which is just a little shot of natural occurring caffeine. I like putting the 3 of them together. And again, if all 3 of them are warm, I'm going to pour them over ice. So it's not about preserving this packet, but I would say if you open your bottle, you need to. And I would even say, I think it really recommends that you drink this within
That's not a problem.
30 days. Drink it within 30 days.
That's not a problem.
And how many 2-ounce shots are in that bottle?
There's 25 ounces.
Okay.
So that just 2 bottles will do 25 servings. Got it.
Got it.
And Amanda, you can freeze the packets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amanda's gonna
When
get
you go fishing and stuff.
Yeah, Joyce has given me samples of it and I did really like it. I'm just, and when you think about breaking it down, just because it seems really expensive, just because I'm not the type of person who goes out and buys those specialty drinks, so I'm not already spending that money. I mean, I'll do it occasionally, like maybe a couple of times a month if I'm lucky. I don't really, like, I'd rather just make my coffee at home. I don't really need to go out and buy the specialty stuff. So I'm trying to, obviously the benefits are going to be there, but for me, it's not really a price swap thing because I'm not already spending, the $4 or $5 a day on Starbucks or Dunkin' like some people are. So I'm just trying to figure,
Well,
not that
that's
I can't afford it. It's just trying to justify spending it.
right. That's not, so for you, it's not the replacement thing. It's not like, well, I was spending that, I'm going to spend this instead. And really, I'm the same way. Number one, I don't live near a Starbucks, so I'm not driving through one. That's a once in a long time. And only if that's the only place around. We make Dunkin' at home. I'd rather make my coffee at home, but I go to a wellness practice, and I was talking to the doctor there, and I mentioned Ningxia. I was talking about my mom, and I said, should she be drinking Ningxia? And I mean, he stopped and looked at me. He goes, everyone should be drinking Ningxia every day. I mean, that was his recommendation. Again, 30,000 on the ORAC scale, as opposed to blueberries are 3,000. And we all know we should be eating blueberries and pomegranates and things like that. It's the free radical issue, and we're fighting that in everything. So what I drink this for primarily is to target inflammation. I have indicators that show that I have high inflammation for whatever reason, and I've got Hashimoto's for one thing. So we're trying to bring that down. If you have achy joints, if you're there's all the things that if you're eating foods you really shouldn't eat, that's going to cause inflammation, and inflammation is a precursor to every disease. So we need to be targeting it. So my statement is, not only is Ningxia Taste Better free, everyone needs to be drinking Ningxia every day.
Amanda, I don't drink all those drinks either. So it wasn't a price swap for me either. I tried it. I probably had it for 6 months in my kit before Hannah yelled at me for not trying it, and I put it in the refrigerator and then but I drink it every day. So I do the same thing Hannah does. I buy it and then I use my points. But
how quickly do you earn those points? Like, what's the return? You said it was what was the percentage?
Starting out, it's 10%.
Yeah, the first 3 months is 10% back. So just to do easy math, if your order was 100, you get 10 points.
Okay.
100 PV. And then from months 3 to 24 months, you get 20% back. So that same 100 PV order, you now get 20 points back. And then 25 months and on, you get 25% back. So that same 100 PV order, you get 25 points. It's really fast.
And does a point translate to $1?
Yeah, pretty much. It translates to $1 PV per PV. Most products, like if you buy an oil, it's 1-to-1. But there are a few things like diffusers and other things that are not, because they're a product built somewhere else.
Right. Okay.
But Ningxia though is so. For what you're saying, you'll get dollar for dollar for Ningxia.
Okay.
And then if you don't share it with Ben, then it's all yours.
Right.
This is thinking ahead. But Black Friday and things like that, they usually have really good Ningxia Red bundles. So if you want to save up a little bit of money, get a bunch at once, give yourself a few months seeing if you like it, then at that point maybe it is worth it to invest monthly.
Okay. And I think it's actually Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday is usually the Ningxia sale.
Yeah. But either way, I always get a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
Like Hannah's
doing. I have 8 bottles sitting in my kitchen on the floor right now, and 2 on the refrigerator.
Well, a while back, somebody said that there could be, like when the news was saying there could be a delay, or China might not be shipping things out. And since this comes from China, I redeemed points. I was buying this stuff left and right. I bought like 8 boxes because I did not want to miss out. And I still am going through those boxes.
I have 3 cases of Zing too.
Oh yeah, I love the Zing.
I think I have 3 boxes of the packets, the Ningxia packets. So.
And
so for those special deals, real quick, can we do those as our essential rewards orders, or do they have to be like a separate purchase?
It has to be a shop order. All sales are shop orders.
To save your points, Chelsea.
Yeah. Save your short points on something else. But you know, Hannah was mentioning earlier, she said October to January, but if you really think about it, it starts October and goes through February or maybe even to March, as far as the Sugar Fest is concerned, because you've got Halloween, and then you have Thanksgiving, and then you have Christmas, and then you have New Year's, and then you have
Valentine's Day,
and then it can always go even into St. Patrick's Day. I mean, we're always looking for an excuse to load up on sugar. And it starts, I mean, that bag of candy starts in October if you actually do give it out to the kids or you don't eat it yourself. And seriously, sugar literally drops your immune system in half. That's the impact on, and it's basically a poison to our bodies. I am a sugaraholic. So, Easter. Yes. Let's not forget the Easter eggs and I know. Come on. But
then after Easter is my birthday. So it's
oh, wait, no, mine is first.
Your birthday, then.
And then we go into birthday, and we have
birthday.
So, and
let's just be real here. The whole year is Sugar Fest.
That's right. Well, and we used to eat like on average, one human you might eat 5 pounds a year. Now we're eating 5 pounds a month of sugar. So it's incredible the difference, and we need to get it out of our lives. We really, really do.
Is Ningxia a pre and a probiotic also?
It's considered a prebiotic.
Yeah.
It's got stuff that feeds the good bacteria, but it does not put good bacteria in your gut, which is what a probiotic is.
Okay.
So
what could you add that's a probiotic?
Life 9. So those are the 2 supplements I always recommend for everybody if you're just new to supplements and wanting to take stuff that's like, you're going to take the least amount of stuff that's going to have the most impact on your body is Ningxia and Life 9.
And what's the cost on Life 9?
Life 9 is $30. So it's $30 and it's a month supply. So that's just really nice.
Is it gluten-free?
Life 9?
Yeah.
I think Life 9 is
I believe it is.
Peggy's gluten-free
Yes.
and she takes it.
Yeah. Yes. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about, there was something to do with this, because I think some probiotics are not, but ours is. Yeah. There was something else I was trying to think of but our master formula, which is a packet of 4 different little pills, but it's basically considered our multivitamin. It has prebiotics in it.
Amanda, you just need to come over. We just need to sit down and talk about it. That's all.
Okay, fine.
You're not going to talk about it. You're going to help her buy her freaking Ningxia Kit.
Okay, I got to get her here first.
She's already giving me samples.
Hey, Amanda, come over to my house. I have candy.
Yeah. You can't lure me with sugar.
After tonight, apparently that won't work.
Apparently not.
Amanda, I bought a new tortoise. Come see him.
Okay.
Turtle freak.
Well,
Good questions, everyone.
What Joyce would be able to do is sit down with you, and I mean, all of this can be like, there's no way, like if you were just looking at what I showed here, there's no way. I mean, well, there's the unicorn person out there that would place an order and order everything. Well, most people aren't going to do it that way. They're going to do something like what Hannah's saying. What's the best bang for your buck? Let's start there, and then next month we're going to layer in other things, and then the next month you're going to layer in more and try to start building this up. And as far as like what you have in your arsenal, we actually have a saying with Young Living, which is come for the oils and stay for the supplements, because we have some incredible supplements. And when you start looking at and thinking about what we have, my order almost every month is, I would say, 80 to 90% supplements. and I get a lot of oils for free. If you're looking behind me, I've got stockpiles of oils, and they've come through the promos.
I know I definitely want that fruit and veggie wash.
Oh yeah, love that stuff.
I see Hannah using that all the time.
Every time I wash my vegetables, I'm like, let me show Instagram that I'm washing my veggies.
I honestly really never thought about washing like other than washing, I never really thought about soaking off like even our vegetables here from our own garden. Or you go to a farmer's market and you're thinking, oh, they're clean and they're nice and these are better grown, maybe organic or whatever else. But when you start thinking about things like they've been maybe transported in a truck and there's fumes and there's hands all over them. There's people sneezing and coughing all over them. There's just whatever was in the air, whatever was in the water, whatever. You start thinking, yeah, I'm going to be soaking those things.
Yeah, because I've started a veggie garden, and I mean, I buy vegetables quite often for myself for the tortoise. And I give them a quick like rinse and rub down, but I'm not really like scrubbing them.
Joy's just shaking her head, just like, that ain't good enough.
Oh, I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. I would have thought so too. Or even like, kind of rubbing it, whatever, like an apple or whatever.
Yeah.
You ever try to wash an apple with just water? It's just, you feel that sticky, that waxiness. You take these out after you've soaked them, and I rinse them as well. And then I just like lay them out to dry. There is such a difference. But there's actually a video that blew my mind, and I wish we could show it to you right now. But somebody took one head of broccoli. So it was the same plant, right? And they cut it in half. And they had two containers. They had one with just water, and they had one with water and our Thieves fruit and veggie soak. And they put both of them in at the same time. You're watching them do it, swishing them around exactly the same amount, took them out, just kind of rinsed them off and put them back together. And one side was this beautiful deep green. And the other side was this kind of like pale pasty that broccoli usually looks like when you buy it in the store. I was just blown away. And that was just, swirl a little bit and rinse it off. The difference in the fruit and veggie soak and water. Water doesn't do it.
Yeah. So I know that's definitely on my list.
And that stuff lasts forever. And a good thing to use the water that's left over is, like after you've rinsed everything off, is you pour it in your houseplants.
Really?
Or pour it in your potted plants outside, and they'll thrive. I also spray.
Even though it's a cleaner?
Yeah. It's just a fruit and veggie soak, and
okay.
It's just a good way to use that excess. I actually just started dipping it out the other day and put it on my plants. But I use my Thieves spray that we were talking about, the one capful. I'll spray my plants with it as well. And they love it.
Yeah, certain plants are so bougie, they like to be cleaned. I have one of those. I'm not good with houseplants.
Yeah, I have 0 houseplants. They're all outside.
I own a very temperamental one.
What is it?
It's actually really not temperamental because I never water it, and it's thriving and living its best life over here. It's called a monstera, but it does its leaves clean.
I know what a monstera is. Okay.
I clean your leaves more often than I wash my hair. What the heck? And on that note, thank you everybody for coming tonight. Thank you for your awesome questions, and thank you for everybody viewing this recording. Anybody have anything? If not.
And if you
Anna needs to go get her 8 hours of sleep.
That's right.
I do. Before I teach the children. Thank y'all for coming.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And just if you have any questions, you can reach out to the person that invited you to the class.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a great evening.
All right.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.